Well, hello there. It is January 19th, and what are we? We are in day. Oh, yeah, that's right. We're in day 309 of the 15-day lockdown. How are we all feeling today? Just an update. We are going to have to postpone the reading of the Make Me Day Declaration, and the reason we're doing that is some of you may have noticed, certain events around state capitals, presence of, military, which is not cool. And of course, you may also notice the presence of, people looking for trouble. So we're going to exercise a little common sense on this one and say we're not going to do the public reading this month or the next month, but we are certainly doing it in March. And it is going to be on or around the Capitol. That we are going to do. So February 10th is still on, and you should still go ahead and sign up for the MakeMeDay.com updates. And the common objections, they are, as they always are. And the way these things work is if you build it, they will come. It never works like they will come and then you will build it, because if you wait around for that, you'll be waiting a very long time to end this lockdown. So if you haven't watched it yet, the reading of the Make Me Day Declaration on Facebook anyway, where it was originally published, as long as the how the Make Me Day project works, that's in the comments. And if you find this video useful, there's an address where you can throw brother some Bitcoin, because it is not only much needed, in all likelihood, it will be the currency of the very near future if they keep printing money the way they are. I also want to take an opportunity to walk people through how I have dealt with masked Nazis before. Now, obviously, you, if you want to reach out, you can get Make Me Day, MakeMeDay.com cards. That kind of just gives everyone an idea that, up yours. You're going to have to make me. It's not pleasant. It's not nice. And some of them actually have a QWR code for the Make Me Day business self-certification. So if you are a business and you want to get those documents, do get a hold of me. I am very easy to reach. And of course, it's a lot easier to reach me by text or email or what have you through the old Facebook, at least while I'm still there. I haven't been quite gassed by the Zuckerberg yet, but I have a feeling my time will come, because as everybody watching this video likely knows, we can now censor people who we don't agree with because we're afraid of entertaining ideas that are outside our emotional and intellectual comfort zone. So going to that, a lot of people, they like to, ask typical questions like, well, aren't they doing something with ADA when they ask for your medical papers or whatnot? And quite honestly, that's all a big waste of your time. Don't even go there. Don't bother going there. There's no need to explain yourself. There's no need for anyone to be defensive. Actually, as a matter of fact, you can just be direct, which is what I do. I say, look, if I'm feeling a little whimsical and humorous, I will be talking on my cell phone in perfect, unbroken English. And then someone will say, you should wear your mask. Where's your mask? Put on your mask. And I'll say, no habla español, gano mucho dinero, porque jamana salsa. And then I'll proceed to resume my conversation on my phone in perfect, unbroken English. And they'll kind of get the point that I'm not playing and I'm not going to be part of their religion, which I'm not, because it's a religion and it's silly. And second of all, you could have these discussions with them all damn day. You could explain, since Sweden and South Dakota didn't abide by your religion, shouldn't there be a South Dakota-shaped casket or a Sweden-shaped casket? I mean, shouldn't all these guys be dead by now because they didn't masturbate like you are? So don't even think about it. Don't even go there. Just don't even engage. And honestly, if you're really feeling up to it, you can say, look, It's all silly. It's unenforceable. You know it. I know it. We all know it. So let's just kind of get into the two types of people that wear masks. There are only really two. The first type is the vast majority of people wearing masks. They put on the mask not because they believe that if they don't, there will be a Connecticut-shaped casket and 3.5 million dead people who used to be residents of Connecticut. They do it because they just want to be left alone and they don't want to be hassled. That's it. That's all there is to it. It's basic human psychology. So when you deal with these people, you're dealing with the same sort of people who, during the Soviet Union, would have a picture of Stalin in their office or in their home, just in case the local commissar or the secretary for the local Politburo came in. They'd say, hey, he's got a picture of Stalin. I can't exactly bust his stones all that much, can I? And so that's what you're dealing with the vast majority of people. The vast majority of people, they're not going to go through the effort to bust your balls and give you a hard time and generally make life miserable and unpleasant. However, there are people who do, and they go out of their way to do it. And they do what the phrase has now been called, which is masturbate. Now, what it means to masturbate is to publicly shame, ridicule, humiliate, harass, haze, and quite possibly threaten with physical violence if necessary, such as calling the cops. That counts as physical violence in my book. I mean, they have all the guns, and they're going to come and make you. So those people masturbate, and they like to do it, and the way to do it is it has to either be in public or perceived to have been in public, because it's no good if no one knows about your virtue if they can't see it. Now, I know virtue doesn't work like that normally, but according to the masturbator, it absolutely does. So those types of people, they will do it out of emotion. Either they're so addled with fear that they'll wreck their friends, their family, and their community to do it, or they really want to be in on this shared experience. They are so emotionally invested in the narrative. You could show them all the damn studies you want, and they're not going to read a single one of them, because according to them, science is only settled when it agrees with their opinion. You see, it's not an ongoing process. So, despite the fact that the numbers are not adding up to support their argument, they're still the ones that are going to be giving you a real hard time. So, when Make Me Day happens, it's going to be militant, absolute, complete, total non-compliance on my part. And if somebody wants to really give me a hard time about it, I'm just going to say, I don't subscribe to your religion. It's your right to have your religion. That's cool. I'm not going to make you abide by mine. I'm not a jerk. Maybe you want to be a jerk, but I'm not into that. Have a nice day. And I'll proceed to walk on my merry way. Just like I did one time in one store where, A, I wasn't wearing a mask, and B, I was purposefully walking the wrong way in the grocery store. And some woman came up to, she's like, you should wear your mask. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that. And I proceeded to walk down the aisle the wrong way. And then she's like, but you're going the wrong way. I'm just trying to keep you safe. And I'm like, no, you're not. And I continued to walk away. You see, it's that easy. It's that easy. Sometimes when someone wants to wear a can of creamed corn in their pants, you don't need to sit there and rationalize with them, because they're wearing a can of creamed corn in their pants. You're not going to get through to them. The correct answer is to go, that's awfully silly. I don't understand how you got there, but I'm going to proceed on my merry little way. All right, done. And that's the way to handle it. No need to go off on a rant. No need to confront people. No need to philosophize and pontificate. Because look, that's what the Karens do. That's what they live for. That's what they get their little rocks off on. And honestly, the only way to end a psychosis is to act like a sane person. Don't try to rationalize with deluded people. And of course, if they want to go ahead and try to make people, well, guess what? There's a bit of a problem with that, because the Karens are too afraid to go out there and make someone. And they're a bit short on the enforcer list. So I hope you found this helpful. And if you have, please, send a few Bitcoin and go to makemeday.com. And of course, if you're ever kind of wondering, if you want a way to reach people, that involves like satire and humor, I suggest covidworship.com. And the reason covidworship.com exists is because some people, they just want to give up and worship Fauci and have a complete faith-based religion based on this. So COVID worship, you'll probably find humorous. I mean, even if you don't agree with my position or the Make Me Day thing, still, I kind of figured, you want a religion? Here you go. Let's give you one. And of course, as we say in the Church of the Immaculate Safety Theater, Lord Fauci in his highest, by the Pfizer, under the Moderna, and the needle, amen. And of course, we've got a whole bunch of other stuff to go with it. So you can always say, if someone wants to post something online saying about your mask, how to wear your mask, there's plenty of trivia. There's plenty of material you can use there. So take care. And of course, don't comply. That's getting silly.